Hey, we're back again, another Monday this time. Took a day off of work. We're gonna just go together. I wanna get some of the parts off the bench over there so we can get clean. So we're gonna put the alternator on. The starter's gonna go on. I have everything to rebuild the alternator and the starter. I just haven't decided if we're gonna do that yet. But I wanna get it off the shelf and onto the engine. And then I'm gonna make a run to another parts store because so I bought a kit off Amazon that said it would fit. This is the original spring. It's about a little shorter. So we're gonna have to run to a parts store again, see if we can find a different spring. It won't, just doesn't get tight. Can't get it to latch onto the bottom there 'cause the old one is so short. Other than that, let's start putting stuff together. We have to get some stuff from the parts store too, to include battery cables, because we don't have any for the car. The old ones are just old. Let's just get some new ones. We still have to bend a fuel line. We still have to put the brakes together, but got to put all our solenoids and all that from the engine run stand back on the car. Wire that, figure out which configuration they were taken out from, and then get it back together. But I think I wrote that down. So the way the old one was taken out: green, blue, yellow, green, red, something. So let's get back to work. back once again. We've put the starter, alternator, manuals back. We went and just tried to get some tires from Walmart because it looked like they were 30, 40 bucks a pop, but they don't have any. So we're gonna order them just to get tires if they're that cheap. We've also put in the new wheel seal on the driver's side on the rear. Put the brakes back together. Now another thing we're missing from the passenger side is the spring. Still can't find one. Ordered another one from O'Reilly's. Hopefully this turns out to be the right brake kit. The last one came in and then it's turned out to be a 10-inch. So we ordered the 10-inch one now, hoping it's the 9-inch because it shows the picture. But we'll just keep ordering spring kits till they come in, just the same as the bearings. What we're gonna do now is just a little bit of body work. Go over the car in the places that we just haven't really touched. We're gonna try to bend this down. That tab's gotta come down. Don't know how that's gonna really go with it in the air. I don't know if I'm comfortable pulling on the front that hard, but we're gonna try. If anything, might heat it up and pull it down, but let's get to work. We'll put you on the tripod and maybe just show you, let you watch me hitting it with a hammer and over, and it'll bounce back and smoke me in the face like everything else that seems to work on this car. Just comes back and hits me in the face. So let's get to work. God, I'd really love to drive this thing. Let's get the tires and finish up the brakes. If we could just get that one spring and get it right. After that, I know we are going to actually come in here, try to clean it up the best we can, see about pouring it. And then I always wanted to do that in the rear. I just I didn't do the rear end when I took it out the first time for some reason. I should have. But we're gonna do it in the front too. We're gonna try to pour all the wheel wells. And then I have been thinking on this bottom body line, or on this one, maybe I should fix the rust and rhino line it. I mean, it would protect the car for the future owners for how long to come. I don't know how the green and black would really look, but it would very, very well protect the car, and then I could just do the wheel wells like that too. And I mean, it's just gonna be a driver. I mean, it's cool to have the patina, but the patina is really up from that body line because of, like, it's a car. A lot of these cars see rust, so it would really preserve the bottom and leave the patina up top, which the patina up top is what I like the most. And the bottom's just rusty, so maybe it would be a better option than fixing the rust and trying to paint match it. I don't know how it would look for the black though, to be honest, but let's get to work on the little things. We got to take the license plate off just because this car will not have that license plate. It'll go back to my house and hang on the wall like the rest of them. But let's get into a little bit more body work for today, and then maybe we'll finish it off with some wiring if we get that far. But follow along. Let's get to work. So we decided to do some wiring. Hated the intro I gave you guys, so we're gonna do another one. We took out our plug, mashed, melted. So what we did, drew out what we were doing, where the wires are coming from, so we know what to do. Now we didn't cut those off because we want the lengths, we want to know what they are. When they had special hooks, we wrote everything out, special connectors to the alternator, stuff like that. Probably end up putting the originals back on if I can't find replacements, but I think we can, so we'll probably be good. For our wires, we had a little speed clip, but soldered, shrink wrapped, and cut to size. Now it's not the funnest stuff to watch, so we're just gonna get through the rest, and then we'll come back when we're putting it back in the car. And we still have to wire the one in the car, which is gonna be the biggest pain in the pain because we have to be in the car to do it. So we'll be leaning in to redo this where it's just eaten. Got hot, and that's why they bypassed. I'm guessing this one went in somewhere around here. They bypassed that one for sure. But we'll come back when we're putting it back together and it's all cleaned up, because we're not going to leave that wiring mess in the car. It's a fire hazard and I don't like it. So we're going to fix it and then we're going to come back. So just keep watching. We'll do a time skip to me putting it in. We're back, end of the weekend. We got not a lot done. We got the rear back together, still waiting on one spring. Let me bring the car down. Other little things we did is we painted just some little support bars for like the license plates. One for the radiator, we bent the radiator back. Haven't touched that paint up because I want to get another can of that mist green made up. But we'll set that there. One big accomplishment is we got the new 8-pin in. Got caught there. Something to notice with those when you're soldering them, it has that little pin that has to snap in. Try not to solder that pin or get close to it. Keep the solder and the wire, when you bend them, back. Other than that, the wires are done. We'll come back for another weekend. That'll be next weekend. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.